Hi, this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum, and this episode is all about haircuts. Yes, the dreaded haircuts. At least it was always dreaded for my son. He did not like getting his hair cut at all. I don't know if it was, I think it was a combination of the different smells, the different noises, the people talking. It was always way too much for him. So for the longest time, I never got his hair cut. And he had this long, gorgeous, wavy hair, but then everybody thought he was a girl. So then I thought, well, maybe it's time to get it trimmed. So this is what I did, and hopefully it helps some of you parents. The first thing I did is I asked around. I actually asked around for families and friends in the area, finding out if there was somebody that was willing to have or had experience with those with autism. Now remember, you can actually call a CERT or your local organization for autism and find out if they have a list of possible barbers or hairdressers. That would be the first key. I would also call ahead and find out if there was a time that you and your son or daughter could just stop by, because that's what I did. I actually took him on a day that he wasn't getting his hair cut. And all we did is walk around and we touched things and we smelt things and we figured out what was going on. And he actually watched somebody else getting their hair cut. He realized it didn't hurt. I also got a book in the library about somebody getting their hair cut. Me and my books, I know, but they help. And it actually shows them that it is a normal process. Another thing is create a social storybook. Remember, take them through on a day that they're not getting their hair cut so they can see and smell all those things. And then put it in a book so you can read it to them once a day for the week following up going to the haircut. The other thing I would suggest is the first time that they get a haircut, try to do it when there's nobody else in the shop. If you explain this to the barber or the hairdresser, especially if they're on a list of possible people that are compassionate towards those on the spectrum, they will probably be willing to do that. See if you could try to set up at least the first time before the shop opens or after the shop closes. That way they're more comfortable and there's not as many noises and things going on. I would also suggest that the first time you do not use water, try to do a dry cut, because the water generally is a spritz. It's not like bath time, it's a spritz, you know what I'm talking about. And that usually puts them in sensory overload right off the beginning. And last but not least, the first time, even if it's just the bangs, that is a good day. So if they have to sit on your lap just to get the bangs, at least that's the first step of doing it. And then you can say, well, then maybe we'll have to come back next week and we're going to get the back. Or we set up a game plan with your son or daughter and also the hairstylist or the barber. I will say, as they get older, one of the favorite things my son does love to do is go to the barber shop. He has now realized, after he was in high school, that it's almost like a hangout and it's kind of cool to do that. And believe it or not, they thought he was actually cool because he knew a lot of different facts, and some of them have video games and different movies going on, and they couldn't believe the facts that my son knew. So he became just an average guy at the barber shop. So keep that in mind as that they get older, that yes, you may be comfortable at your beautician's place, but your son or daughter may be more comfortable in someplace else. Hopefully this helps with getting your hair cut. And until next time, I'm Bridget with Life on Spectrum. Thanks for watching that episode. And make sure you come back and join us again for upcoming videos. They'll be uploaded almost on a daily basis. Also, if you really enjoyed us, like us below, or even leave a comment for us to respond back to. And if for all of you that are really involved in the Life on Spectrum, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We hope that this is worthwhile for you, and we'll see you next time on Life on Spectrum.